Our final speaker for the second session is Advocate Wajahat Ali Malik, who is also a child rights activist. The topic for the presentation is violation of dignity rights of juvenile offenders and implementation of juvenile justice system in Pakistan. I request Mr. Wajahat Ali Malik to present his paper.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Pakistan Law Review Organizing Committee for inviting me as a speaker, especially to Alessandro, who read my article and invited me as a speaker here. The work I'm going to present today is entitled as Violation of the Dignity Rights of Juvenile Offender and Implementation of Juvenile Justice System in Pakistan. This is an overview of the presentation. First of all, I will discuss about the right to dignity of juvenile offender under domestic and international laws, how dignity rights of juvenile offenders are violated in Pakistan, and what legislation has been enacted to protect the dignity rights of juvenile offenders in Pakistan, and issues about the implementation of the juvenile justice system in Pakistan. Domestic laws provide dignity rights to the juvenile offenders in Pakistan through different general thematic codes and specific acts. The Constitution of the Pakistan, it provides the protection to the right to dignity of children, including those children who commit a criminal offense and become in conflict with the law or become the juvenile offenders. Article 11, 25, 25A and 37E of the Constitution specifically talks about the protection of the fundamental rights of the children. And Article 9 and 14 give guarantee for the right to life and human dignity. Right to life and inviolability of the dignity is even guaranteed to a person who has been found guilty or sentenced for heinous offenses. This means that a juvenile who is below the age of 18 years, if commit a criminal offense, is also entitled for the right to dignity and life. Similarly, Pakistan Penal Code also protect the dignity rights of the juvenile offenders and give relaxation in the criminal responsibility for the juvenile. Section 10 says that nothing is an offense which is done by a child below the age of 10 years. This relaxation has been extended up to the age of 14 years. If the child has not attained sufficient maturity of understanding to judge the nature and consequences of his conduct at the time of committing the offense. Provisions of the CRPC also provide protection to the juvenile offenders, like it says that bail shall be granted to a child in heinous offenses if the child is less than 16 years of the age, and it provides a specialized procedure for the trial of the juvenile by a specialized judge. And if the child is convicted, instead of sending that child in the prison, it says that it must be sent to the reformatories. Police Order 2002 describes the responsibilities and duties of the police towards protection of the rights of the general public and children. And there is an exclusive legislation to protect the right to dignity of the juvenile offenders, Juvenile Justice System Act 2018. That's very important new law which has been passed last year. I will discuss this law in the last part of my presentation. And international laws also protect the dignity rights of the juvenile offenders. There are several international human rights conventions. The most important one is United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, 1989, then ICCPR, Convention Against Torture, CEDAW, ICESCR. All these conventions make Pakistan under legal obligations to protect the dignity rights of the children and to take measures for the full implementation of juvenile justice system in Pakistan. Now, although Pakistan has enacted legislation to protect the dignity rights of the juvenile offenders, but still there are many ways that dignity rights of the juvenile offenders are violated in Pakistan. I will discuss some of the issues which are directly linked with the violation of the dignity rights of the juvenile offenders. The first thing is no retrospective effect of the Juvenile Justice System Ordinance 2000. This law has not been given the retrospective effect when it was promulgated in 2000. So all those juvenile offenders who have been awarded death sentence or their death sentence have been confirmed by the High Court, they had no remedy available to escape from the death penalty. So in order to give the benefit of JJSO 2000 to those condemned juvenile prisoners who have been awarded the death sentence before the promulgation of JJSO 2000, the President of Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf, issued a notification in 2001 and gave special remission to all those juvenile prisoners whose death sentence were confirmed prior to the promulgation of JJSO 2000, provided that there is sufficient evidence exists in their cases of juvenility and they have been awarded death sentence under Tazir, not under the Qisas or Diyat laws. But unfortunately, this notification was not fully implemented, and the requests by prisoners and their family members were continuously denied by the provincial home departments and the courts. This is because there was simply a lack of awareness about the implementation of this notification. The next violation is trial of juveniles under anti-terrorism courts. In Pakistan, juvenile offenders continue to be tried as an adult and are sentenced to death by special court anti-terrorism courts, despite the existence of credible evidence in favor of their juvenility. Under Section 32 of Anti-Terrorism Act, this law has been given overriding effect over all other laws. So court often interpret this provision as that they have jurisdiction in terrorism cases on the juvenile offenders as well. So it violates the internationally agreed fair trial standards. Next violation is low birth registration rate of the juveniles. In Pakistan, Pakistan has one of the lowest birth registration rates in the world. According to UNICEF Progress Report 2013-15 on birth registration in Pakistan, only 34% of the children under the age of 5 in Pakistan are registered. As a result, upon arrest, a significant population of the juvenile offenders possess no form of evidence to prove their juvenility and is likely tried and sentenced as adult offenders. Next violation is lack of implementation of age determinations protocols. Under juvenile justice system law, it is the responsibility of the arresting officer to determine whether the person who has been arrested is a juvenile or adult. But police lack of sensitization of juvenile justice law often leads to the as a result, upon arrest, a significant population of the juvenile population no form of evidence. Lack of sensitization to juvenile justice safeguard often lead to fail to investigate the age of the accused persons. Apex courts have also ruled in several cases that the plea of juvenility is only admissible if it is raised at the time of investigation and trial. The next violation is inadequate legal representation of juvenile offenders in Pakistan. Juvenile offenders who cannot afford to engage the private legal counsel, they have been provided the legal counsel at the expense of the state. But normally the state appointed legal counsels are not very experienced legal counsels, and they are the newcomers in the field, and they often have the lack of awareness of the technicalities of the case. This resulted in conviction and in some cases the executions of the juvenile. The next violation is abusing, torturing, and degrading of juveniles by the police. Police brutality and torture are common features of policing in Pakistan. Anyone can be the victim of police brutality and torture in Pakistan, but children are more vulnerable to this abuse because they are often not aware of their rights. According to the Justice Project Pakistan report, is an NGO which works for the protection of the prisoners and juvenile offenders. Justice Project released a report about the abuse of juveniles by the Faisalabad police. in 2015. According to Justice Project Pakistan report, Faisalabad police have arrested mostly on the basis of false allegations against juvenile as young as 12 years of the age, and relied on torture and abuse as a principal means of interrogation. If you see this graph shows the different types of torture and abuse used by the Faisalabad police on juveniles and adults. The dominant method police used to abuse the juvenile was severe beating. As you can see, both the adult and the juvenile victim, the same proportion of the abuse in severe beating was used. Other kinds of methods of abusing the juveniles were suspension, stretching, crushing, witnessing other people's torture, sleep deprivation, solitary confinement, light deprivation, confinement to small spaces, or exposure to extreme temperatures, cultural humiliation, sexual violence amounting to penetration, sexual violence not amounting to penetration. The data in this graph shows that total of 18% of juvenile victims suffered from sexual violence as compared to 9% of the adult victims. So sexual violence cases in juvenile victims is double the rate as compared to the adult victims. Next violation is unlawful executions of juvenile offenders in Pakistan. This is most severe form of the violation of the dignity rights of the juvenile offenders. Every 8th person executed in the world is a Pakistani citizen, and every 7th person sentenced to death is a Pakistani citizen. Among these 500 executed convicts, at least 6 juvenile offenders have been unlawfully executed despite the existence of credible evidence in favor of their juvenility. You can see the names of those juvenile offenders here on the screen. Those have been executed. Government of Pakistan received serious criticism from the international community about the execution of juvenile offenders. Abuse of juveniles in prisons of the Pakistan. In Pakistan, there are 112 prisons in Pakistan. Out of these 112 prisons, 7 prisons are made for juvenile inmates. 2 prisons exist in Punjab and 5 in Sindh. 2 prisons in Punjab exist in Faisalabad and Bahawalpur city, and they are called Bostal Institution and Juvenile Jail. And Sindh, they are called Youthful Offender Industrial Schools. And there is no prison in KP, Balochistan, GB, Azad Jammu Kashmir. So juveniles are housed with adult prisoners in some jail, especially in Balochistan and KP, where there are no separate juvenile jail. This leads to the abuse of juvenile, including sexual abuse by other prisoners. Overcrowding, high occupancy rate in prison. On 1st December 2017, Home Department shared the official data about the prison population of the Pakistan. There were 84,287 prisoners in 112 prisons of the Pakistan, whereas the combined capacity is 53,744. Therefore, prison occupancy rate in Pakistan is 157%, which interprets as 57% overcrowding rate. The occupancy rate is highest in Punjab at 168%, followed by Sindh, KP and AJK. Overcrowding and high occupancy rates in prisons automatically generate substandards and inhuman conditions of detention and violates the right to dignity of juvenile prisoners. Next violation is pre-conviction detention for juvenile under trial prisoners. Under trial prisoners are those prisoners whose trial is in progress and they have not yet been convicted of the crime by any court of law. According to the data shared by the prison authorities of Pakistan on 1st October 2017, 1200 out of 1343 juvenile prisoners, or 90% of the juvenile prisoners in prisons of Pakistan, were under trial prisoners. Sindh and Punjab are on top with 93 and 91%. respectively juvenile under trial prisoners, followed by KP and Balochistan, and finally GB. Azad Jammu Kashmir did not have any juvenile prisoners. Keeping a juvenile under trial prisoner is one of the unjust and degrading treatment that can be given to human being. Some juvenile under trial prisoners are not even found guilty at the conclusion of their trial and suffer amidst hardened criminals in jail for no fault of their own. So, legislation has been enacted to protect the dignity rights of the juvenile offenders. Two laws have been enacted. The first law was enacted in 2000 Juvenile Justice System Ordinance, but unfortunately this was not a perfect piece of legislation and was ultimately declared annulled by the full member bench of Lahore High Court, headed by the Justice Asif Saeed Khosa, who is the sitting Chief Justice of the Pakistan, and declared it unconstitutional, impracticable and unreasonable, and revoked its operation with the immediate effect. But the judgment of the Lahore High Court was challenged in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court granted status quo against that judgment. The judgment remained suspended till the enactment of new law, Juvenile Justice System Act 2018. Juvenile Justice System Act overcomes the deficiencies which were present in Juvenile Justice System Ordinance 2000 and provides a much better system of criminal justice system and rehabilitation of the juvenile prisoners. It classifies the criminal offense into three categories: minor offenses, major offenses, and heinous offenses. Minor are those where the punishment is 3-year imprisonment with or without fine. Major are those where the punishment is 7-year imprisonment with or without fine, and heinous are those where the punishment is death sentence or life imprisonment. All of these offenses are bailable for the juvenile except the heinous offenses. In heinous offenses, the bail is on discretion of the court if the juvenile is more than 16 years of the age. Similarly, a very important concept first time introduced in the history of criminal legal system is the diversion. It's an out-of-court settlement of the dispute without resorting to the formal judicial proceedings. So, court will not, juvenile will not be presented in the court, and out of court the matter will be decided for the juvenile. And all the minor and major offences would be compoundable for the purpose of exercising of diversion. Determination of age mechanism protocols made compulsory for the police and the courts. Special provisions for the female juvenile were introduced. Provisions were introduced for the establishment of observation home, juvenile rehabilitation centers. Observation homes is a place where a juvenile shall be placed temporarily after being apprehended by the police or after taking remand from the court or otherwise for conducting inquiry in the case. And observation home shall be made somewhere outside the police station area. And rehabilitation centers are special kinds of prisons for the juvenile, where they will be given rehabilitation services, education, vocational and technical training. And a new provision has been introduced for the imposition of penalty for the disclosure of the identity of juvenile or to publish court proceedings. A perpetrator shall be punished 3-year imprisonment with fine. Removal of if a juvenile has been convicted under Juvenile Justice System Act 2018, he shall not suffer any kind of disqualification attached with the conviction. Challenges in the implementation of the juvenile justice system in Pakistan. The foremost challenge is establishment of separate juvenile courts, establishment of juvenile justice committees which will exercise the process of diversion, and establishment and certification of observations home, juvenile rehabilitation centers. This law says that the government shall make these courts and committees within 3 months of the enactment of this new law. But unfortunately, no separate courts have been established so far, and no juvenile justice committees have been made so far. Abolish the death penalty in Pakistan, especially for the juveniles, and implementation of age determination protocol, strengthen the probation and parole system, and enactment of new rules of business for carrying out the purpose of Juvenile Justice System Act 2018, and government should allocate sufficient budget and resources for the full implementation of the Juvenile Justice System Act 2018, as Prime Minister Imran Khan and President Dr. Alvi, they mentioned in their inaugural speeches that child protection is their primary agenda in their government. Let's see what steps they will take for this for the implementation of Juvenile Justice System Act. And conclusion of my presentation is that protection of right to dignity of juvenile offenders can only be fulfilled by fully implementing the Juvenile Justice System Act 2018 in Pakistan. Thank you.